Hey everybody, welcome. I am so glad you joined me on today. First of all, before we get started on this video, let's go ahead and click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I'm working my way up. I am trying to get the momentum going so that I can reach out to as many people as I can and teach you about the real estate world, something that I absolutely love. Today's video is going to be about the roadmap to a successful home purchase, a guide for first time home buyers, and is presented by myself, Venetia Palmer. I am a realtor here in Louisiana. Now, the agenda for this particular webinar on today is I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and I am going to give you the nuts and the bolts of the home buying process. So if this is something that you're interested in, be sure to get your notepad, get you a pen, and take some notes because I'm giving out some gems on today. I want to introduce myself about the realtor. I am Phoenicia Palmer. I am a licensed real estate agent here in Louisiana at Goodwood Realty. And my clients remember me for my extensive market knowledge as well as my commitment to provide them the perfect home. I want to find you the perfect home. So let's go ahead and get started with the home buying process. Here are 8 essentials, and I got more. I overextend myself. I have more, but these are 8 essential steps to buying your first home. So let's buckle down on what we need to do. First, we need to check our credit score. We need to check our credit score. Your credit score determines which lenders will work with you and how big of a loan or mortgage you can get. Now, most people get it twisted, and that's okay because I don't know where the mindset of where this came from, but it's usually the real estate agent that you go to first whenever you are trying to um, whenever you want to start the process, and it's not. It's the lender. You need to find the lender, but that real estate agent should be able to direct you to a lender that will be able to help you is in most situations. You know the saying, stay in your lane. Most real estate agents, we're told to stay in our lane because the mortgage side is different than the real estate side. Even though it's all in the same transaction, a lot of people think that we're lenders and we're not. um we don't know. I mean, we could have an idea of what the mortgage rates and stuff are, but in order for you to have concrete answers that are specific to you, you need to speak to a lender so that they can be able to find those options for you. Your credit score impacts the mortgage interest rates. So therefore, you need to be as accurate as you need that accurate amount. Um, Lenders use it to assess your credit worthiness, helping them decide how much of a risk you are in offering you a loan. Knowing your score beforehand lets you address any issues or improve it to qualify for better terms. Um, if your credit score is a 400, you may want to work on that. And so this will relieve you of any heartache that you may have of being not approved by a lender. So if we say a 400, it'll give you 6 months to a year to get that straight, depending on how long, up to 2 years. And we'll see at that point. We'll keep in contact with one another, and we'll see within that point. But knowing your credit score beforehand, and even if you talk to your real estate agent, to me, if your real estate agent cannot kind of help you in that area, then first of all, we need to know what your score is, because then by us working with lenders all the time, we can kind of guess, okay, 400, that's not going to really, work. I don't think there are any lenders that will work with 400, but here are some things. Let me refer you to a credit repair person will be better assisting you on that, or even a lender will tell you, what you can do to improve your score and to so that you can qualify for some type of loan. But this can save you thousands of dollars. It can save you the heartache. It will make your home buying journey easier and smoother if you know your credit score before you even get started. And you can pull up, I always emphasize this all the time. You are entitled to one free credit report every year. Do it just to see what your credit looks like. See what has been um, omitted, what has been is still on there, and it should be off. Just everything. You always need to check your credit score. It's just like checking, just like when you do your taxes. I feel like when you do your taxes, you should do your credit. You should pull your credit too. That's just a tidbit for me. The first step, and like I said, it's more than eight, but I'm gonna just give you what I have. The first step is the homeowner's strategy meeting. Get pre-approved for a loan, not pre-qualified. A lot of people get this mixed up. The difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. There is a big difference. Pre-qualifications means the lender just got your information. They possibly got your driver's license. They asked you a few questions on the application. They didn't even pull, and they didn't even have you send anything. They just your license, and they will just give you an application, fill in the blanks. Oh, I get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid this and such every 2 weeks. I get paid this every month, and they give you a roundabout figure of about how much you will pre-qualify for, providing all of this information that you sent is correct and current. How many of you know that mistakes happen? Things happen. Actually, during the pre-approval process, you can actually get more. You may find out that you get paid more than what you think, or um, just all kinds of things. You may forget to put your child support payments or something in, and that can make a difference in your income. So it's all kinds of things like that. Knowing exactly how much you'll be able to borrow sets your budget, and it shows sellers you're serious as a buyer. Now, they just implemented last year, at the end of the year, towards the end of the year last year, uh, you had to have um, some type of financing or cash offer. You have to have something available in order to even see a house. So this is very important. You have to know how much to look for. You're wasting so many people's time if you qualify for a $250,000 house and you're looking at $500,000 homes. You're getting yourself excited and to later be disappointed, and you're getting the everybody involved. It involves not just you, but everybody. So choose your lender, and when choosing your lender should compare different loan options for you. Look into any incentives available to you, meaning um, if you qualify for any grants, are you a first time home buyer? They should be asking you all of these different questions. I'm pretty sure they will. I wouldn't put it past them, but they should be asking these things so that they can get you an accurate pre approval, um, and letting you know how much you can afford. You qualify for 250. Do not look beyond that point. You qualify for 250. You can look at 280 because you have a $30,000 down payment or something. They're going to give you the option. Please do not listen to a real estate agent when it comes down to that. talk to your lender. It's very important. Side note, if you are mortgaging your home, it's better to get a mortgage pre-approval. And I mentioned that earlier rather than a pre-qualification. Pre-approval means they are starting to pull W-2s, they are starting to pull documents that really matter, okay? And not just you guessing. A good lender should provide you with easy to understand loan options. You should be able to understand what type of loan you're getting, whether you're getting a VA loan, FHA, conventional, whatever. You should be able to have a clear understanding as to the type of loan that you're getting. Give you a clear illustration of ways to pay off your loan early. Everybody doesn't want to keep you in debt. So, by your lender telling you there's ways that you can pay your loan off early, and there is ways. Number one, you can pay an extra note a year. You can pay bi-weekly. You can pay semi-monthly. You can put $100 extra on. You can pay towards your interest. I mean your principal rather than it's all kinds of ways. So a lender should be able to give you all of those options. And by me knowing so much about the lending side is because I used to be a mortgage loan officer. So I kind of know what they're going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you because laws and stuff, of course, have changed. And I'm going to stay in my lane. As I said, I'm going to stay in my lane and stick to real estate. So they should also give you a cost breakdown so you know exactly what to expect at the closing table, a clear glance as to what your APR, interest rate, and monthly payments should be, and any incentives such as grants and first time home buyers, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Next is the document checklist. All the documents that are commonly requested throughout the home loan process. This will make it easy to keep track of these items while preparing for the lender. Um, as a real estate agent, I will give you a checklist of the things that you will need for your lender. However, your real estate agent may not do that. That's okay. But these things do include, you write this down, driver's license, check stubs the last 30 days, W-2s the last 2 years, bank statements last 2 months, social security card. If you have a award letter, if you're on disability or social security, they're going to need a copy of that. Your most recent one, a green card, a copy of the front and the back, executed contract. If you most likely, if you're in a pre-approval process, you have gone through the process of house hunting and stuff like that. So we need the contract signed, and this is basically the agreement between you and the seller, um, saying that you want to buy their house, and so we need to execute it, which means signed contract with all parties, um, in order to proceed, so that we can get accurate figures. We can know exactly how much it is because a pre-approval, let's say you're looking for a $250,000 house, but you may get a $269,000 house. So that contract is going to specifically say 269,000, and so we're going to work our figures from that. Okay, the deposit, it used to be called earnest money deposit, but now it's just a regular deposit. All of that information needs to be kept in a specific place away from everybody else so that nobody else won't distract it and mess it up. So the next step is to find your real estate agent, and that would be me. Do your research and hire an agent with a proven positive record. The ideal real estate agent should have up-to-date market knowledge and top-notch negotiation skills. Not only that, a lot of people feel like they need to have somebody that has all of this experience that's so well known. And that's good and everything, but a lot of the, like, the first time, and I said this before, the new agents, just because they're new does not mean that they will not know what to do. To me, the newer agents will know because they just finished. Let me tell you something. The classes that we have to attend, like before the test and after the test, we have to take another 20 something hours of education. So we got this fresh on the brain. So we like ready. You know what I'm saying? We know all the, the ins and outs of the contract, the, you know what I'm saying? The laws and stuff like that. So it's kind of good to have a new agent that is fresh, because they got it fresh on their mind. They pretty much know what to do. And a lot of the agents, they're so busy, they won't keep in contact with you if you have a question. Um, a lot of them, I mean, I'm not putting, I shouldn't say that. I'm not putting the next person down, but don't just disregard a new agent because they're a new agent. I'm giving you the options of the things that you need to think about when it comes down to a new agent, because like I said, that information should be still fresh on their mind. The next is to go house hunting. We love the house hunting, don't we? Yeah, we love the house hunting. After finding the right agent to represent you, you discuss your needs, preferences, and other house criteria. It helps to figure out the type of home you want to narrow your search down to. Now, your agent is going to sit down with you and they're going to discuss um, what you want. Do you want a 3 bedroom? Do you want a 4 bedroom? Do you want a 5 bedroom? Do you want do you want specific colors? Um, and they're going to give you what the market has, and they're going to try to specify. Um, they're going to want you to specify certain things so that when they narrow down their search, because MLS, that's how we find the houses, will have this broad search of homes that qualify for 250, you know. So we want to narrow it down. Do we want a 4 bedroom? We want a specific area. All of these different options. Don't forget to consider transportation. If your car breaks down, are you subject to take the bus? Are you on the bus line? Are you on the, and are you in the right school? Do you have kids? Um, do they need to be in a specific school district for you when house hunting? These are things that you need to look into. As far as the crime, a lot of people ask an agent about the crime in the area. That will be something that you would have to pull up on a police website, and you can look into it that way. Make your offer and get it accepted. Once you find a fitting house, make an offer that is neither too high or too low. This is where you ask your agent to compare recently sold homes nearby to determine a fair price offer, and talk to your agent about including possible contingency stipulations in your offer as well. Most likely it will have it on there. This house is contingent upon the seller finding another house. And that's what contingency means. It's got stipulations. Um, and that's just one of the reasons why it could be contingent upon. So you just got to find out what are the caveats to that. Um, Having okay, set a date for third party services. When I mean by third party services, I mean the inspections. And notice that I put inspections, not just the inspection. There's a termite and inspection, and then there is a regular home inspection. You want to get both termite and pest inspections are maybe like another $50 more than the regular inspection, the regular home inspection. You want to get both. And the appraisal And you want to check for insurances. Once you get that contract signed, these are the things that are going to be in the next step, and they're going to be have to be within whatever your contract says. And it's usually within 5 to 10 days after signing the contract. You just got to know through your agent and your lender when these things have to be done. But having a professional inspect your potential home can reveal serious issues a seller may be hiding from you. And if you have an inspection contingency, and that's another type of contingency, you might get the repair cost deducted from your asking price. So um, I won't. The buyer won't do um, something unless this is repaired. That's contingency. So what was I about to say? As far as the um, insurance for Louisiana, yeah, I'm dipping into some slopes now. Um, their main concern a lot of times is the roof. I'm telling you. So be on the lookout for that. Um, and another thing that I wanted to say is that inspections are not just for older homes, and I have a video on that. It's for new homes as well. Get an inspection, whether you're getting whatever you're getting, house, apartment, multi-family, whatever. Get an inspection. Loan approval and closing disclosures and procedures. Make sure all the documents are in order. Your lender should go over your closing proceeds and the needed documentation for the title company. They're going to basically tell you what you need in order to proceed with the closing. What you're going to need at closing, as far as the closing costs or any other kind of down payment, whatever. Prepare your home, and this is mainly for the sellers. Prepare your home, but the buyer part is to remember to do a final walkthrough before signing the paperwork. Louisiana, we require 3 days before closing to up to 3 days before closing to inspect the home, make sure it's still in the same condition that it was whenever you last saw it, and make sure it's not caught on fire, blah, blah, blah. Closing day, you will be signing your life away. Yes, you will. You got 100 pages. Yeah, but you will be signing your life away. But it is definitely worth it because you're gonna get that key. And then you got moving day, moving to your new home. That is exciting. It really is exciting. So this is the summary, a recap of all of the things that I discussed. If you want to screenshot that, you can. And then just make your notes from there. But let me know if you have any questions. Call today and get a free consultation if you are looking to sell your home in Louisiana. Also, if you're a buyer and you are ready to start this process, I will be happy to talk to you about the different things that I didn't discuss on here. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of stuff that I didn't discuss, but I did go into kind of some good details in the last almost 25 minutes of this video. But my phone number is at the bottom left, 225-247-5837. My email address is Phoenicia at goodwoodrealty.com, and my website is phoeniciapalmer.com. I have all kinds of information on there about home buying tips and things like that. Again, my name is Phoenicia Palmer. I am your local Louisiana realtor here. And that is it. If you have any questions, again, give me a call and I'll be happy to assist you. Until the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, everything I touch turns soap. Bye bye.